everyone, and welcome back to my channel. In today's video we're going to be learning how to cut this beautiful bustier with a queen and neckline. So if it's something you would love to learn, make sure to stay tuned to the end of the video. But before we dive right into the main video, I want to use this opportunity to thank my new subscribers and my returning subscriber. Thank you so much for staying glued to this channel. And if you are watching my video for the very first time, please do wait to subscribe to my channel. Turn on the notification bell so you can be notified anytime we drop new videos. So without further ado, let's jump right into the main video. So I'm going to rule a straight line here, which is going to serve as our starting line and our shoulder line as well. So from that line, I'm going to come down to mark my basic measurement. From my shoulder to my bust point is 10 inches. From my shoulder to my under bust is 13 inches. From my shoulder to my waist is 15. Then I'll mark the length of the blouse. I'll go ahead and extend all these lines across. So I'll go ahead and label the lines. This is my bust points, my under bust, my waist line, and the top length. So I'll come to the shoulder line, divide my shoulder by 2, which is 7.5. My shoulder is 15 divided by 2 is 7.5. I'll mark it there. I'll come down by 1 inch for my shoulder slope. I'll come here to mark my neck width of 3 inches. Then I'll connect the shoulder slope into the neck width like so. Then I'll come down from the shoulder slope to mark my arm length. How to get your arm length? Divide your bust by 6, then add 1.5 inches to the measurement. I'll go ahead and extend the point across like so. Then I'm going to mark my shoulder measurement on this line. I'll connect from the shoulder slope all the way to the point we just marked. So this line now become our chest line. So I'm going to come to this line, divide it into 2 equal halves to get the midpoint. At that point, I'm going to go in by half an inch. I'll come to the chest line, divide my bust circumference by 4, which gives me 8.5. And I'm going to connect with my curve rule all the way to this line. So the next thing is to mark our darts. And to do that, you divide your bust span, that is your nipple to nipple measurement, by 2. My nipple to nipple measurement is 7 divided by 2 is 3.5. I'm going to mark the 3.5 on all the lines, all the way to the top length. And I'm going to use a straight line to connect all these points together. So on the center front, this side here, I'm going to mark ½ inch on the under bust line, and then on the other side I'll mark 1.5 inch. But if your bust is big, you can mark 1 inch on this side and mark 2 inch on the other side. I'll come to the waistline. I'll do the same thing. I'll mark ½ inch here, mark 1.5 inches here. Then I'll do the same thing on the top length, and then I'll connect the point with a straight line all the way to the top length like so. Then from the bust line, I'm going to come down by ½ an inch. This is to prevent any form of pointiness at this area. And I'm going to use my curve rule to connect all the way to the under bust, connect to this line like so. I'll do the same thing here. I'll connect like this. Then from the chest line, I'm going to go up by 1.5 inch. You can do 2 inches, 1 inch. It depends on how deep you want your neck to be. And I'm going to rule a straight line here. I'll extend the point across this way. Then I'm going to mark my bust span divided by 2 here too, which is 3.5, and I'm going to extend the line to meet this one. So I'm going to mark ½ an inch on the center front, and I'm going to mark 1 inch here. Then I'll connect with my curve rule to meet this other line like this. The next thing is to impute our round body measurement. We've already marked our bust measurement. I'm going to come to the under bust, divide my under bust by 4. Then this dart intake here, I'm going to replace the 2 inches here. Then I'll come to the waistline, divide my waist by 4. I'll mark it. This dart intake of 2 inches, I'll replace it. I'll come to the top length. I'm going to mark my hip measurement divided by 4 here on the top length. Then the dart intake, I'll replace it. The dart we took here, I'm going to replace it so we don't have any shortage. I'll go ahead and connect all the points together. Remember, we've not added our sewing allowance. I'm going to add sewing allowance of 1 inch to all our measurements, and I'll connect the point also. So I'll come here to blend this into that point like this. To get our Queen Anne neckline, I'm going to come out from here by 1.5 inch. You can do 2 inch, you can do 1 inch. It depends on how wide or slim you want this part to be. Then I'll connect from the neck width all the way to that point we just marked. I'm going to go up by 0.25 here and connect it back to the armhole. This is to prevent our top from gaping after sewing. So we are going to cut this out. Then I'm going to have like a sweetheart effect here. It depends on how deep you want it. You can either connect from your chest line or come down by 1 inch from your chest line. Like I say, it depends on how deep you want it. So I came down by 1 inch and connected back to our dart leg. So I'll come to the base of our top here and come up by 1 inch and connect it back to our dart leg. This is to give our top a very nice shape so that it's not totally sharp here. And that is basically it for the drafting. I'll go ahead and cut this out so we can work on the back pattern. So if you have watched to this point and you have not yet subscribed, please do wait to hit on the subscribe button. Subscription is totally free. Subscribe, like, and do wait to leave comments as well. So this is it. This is our yoke. We are going to keep this aside so we can go ahead and work on the back pattern. So I've already gone ahead to rule all the necessary lines we need on the back pattern: my bust line, my waist line, my top length, and my zipper allowance of 1.5 inches. So I'll come to the shoulder line here, divide my shoulder by 2. Make sure you are taking all your measurements after the zipper allowance. Now come down by 1 inch for my shoulder slope, just the way we did on the front pattern. I'll mark my neck width of 3 inches. I'll connect to the shoulder slope like this. Then I'm going to mark my arm length, divide your bust by 6, then add 1.5 inches. I got 7. I'm going to extend this point across like this. Then I'm going to mark my shoulder measurement here to get a straight line, and I'm going to connect from the shoulder slope all the way to this point we just marked. This is our chest line. I'm going to come here and divide this line into 2 equal halves to get a midpoint. I'll go in by half an inch here. I'll come to the chest line, divide my bust circumference by 4, and I'm going to connect with my curve rule all the way to the chest line like so. So the next thing is to get our darts. Divide your bust span by 2. Mine is 7 divided by 2 is 3.5. I'm going to mark the 3.5 on all the lines just the way we did on the front pattern. And I'm going to connect this point with a straight line. So I'll come to the waistline and mark half an inch on both sides of this line. Then I'll connect all the way to the base like so. Then I'm going to come down by 1 inch from the chest line and then connect all the way like so. For the back neck, you can either do keyhole or you do the one I did in this video. I'm going to come out from here by 1.5 inches, just the way we did on the front pattern, and then I'm going to connect from the neck width to that point. We'll go ahead and impute our round body measurements. We've already marked our bust measurement. I'm going to come to the waist, mark my waist divided by 4. I'm going to mark it here. Then the dart intake of 1 inch, I'm going to replace it. I'll come to the top length, divide my hip by 4 here, and I'll go ahead and connect the point together. I'll go ahead and mark my sewing allowance of 1 inch all the way down, just the way we did for the front. Then I'll connect all these points together. I'll just blend this like so. I'll come to the zipper allowance here. On the waistline, I'm going to mark half inch here. This is to prevent our zip from bulging after sewing. We always do this, so I'm sure we would have gotten used to this by now. And then connect it slantly all the way up and down. We're going to cut this out. This is the area we don't need, and this is our yoke here. I'll come up by 0.25 here, just the way we did on the front pattern, so that our blouse doesn't gape after sewing. Then we'll go ahead and cut it out. So this is basically it for the back. It's a very simple tutorial, like I said earlier. So I'm going to come off from the base by 1 inch here to give it a nice curve, just the way we did for the front as well, so that it will have this nice curve at the base. I'll go ahead and take out the dart as well. So this is the back pattern, and we have the front. Make sure to notch where your yoke is stopping when you are cutting on your fabric, so you won't have any issue when you are sewing. So we've come to the end of today's tutorial. Thank you so much for staying tuned. Make sure to like, share and subscribe before you go. See you in my next video. Bye.